One, two, three, let's go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Esports Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen. And we are back once again, ladies and gentlemen, with set number 2 of today. And this time around, it's going to be me, your host, Aggressive, joined by Assassin on the caster's desk. And honestly speaking, I'm pumped for this matchup. It's going to be ORGLESS 5, an underdog team, going up against the reigning champions for a long time. It is going to be Global Esports, the Fallen Kings in this story, now back in one of the biggest tournaments. So, how do you feel about this matchup, Assassin? Because at this stage, ORGLESS 5, yes, they're an underdog team, but at the same time, global, they have a lot to prove as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, see, Orgless Boomers, they have been making some waves as well on the scene, right? I did see them, putting up a good fight against some of the tier one teams in the country as well. And I'm really looking forward to what they're going to be doing against Global Esports. Now, Global Esports, they're on a spree of winning most of the tournaments in the country as well. So I'm kind of looking forward to them putting on a really, really good show. They've got some good tricks up their sleeves. And yeah, Global Esports, they definitely are going to be feeling it. And I can't wait to see what exactly is going to be the map veto as well, because that is going to be one of the deciding factors as well for the specific match, Aggie.
That's for sure. Let's head on onto the map video screen and see where we're going to be headed for this first initial matchup. Because when we consider the map of Haven, I'm excited for Haven, of course, but what I'm more excited for is Breeze. Pretty sure when we cast it together for the first time, there was a Breeze on the lineup of the matches, and it was on the third map. But now, it being on the second map, I'm really considering whose map pick it was initially. Was it the side of Global or was it the side of ORGLESS 5? Because previously when Icebox first came out, the main pioneering people for the side of Icebox was the side of Global. They were the first ones to pick up the map, and they were the first ones to dominate on it before the other teams of the region were catching up to them. So yes, whatever happens in Haven will happen, but I'm more excited for what happens in map number 2. But going on down into the matchup in the agent select screen, break us down of what we can expect coming out from both of these teams.
Through that, I mean, looking at the agent selection screen as well, right, from the side of Global Esports, we are going to be seeing Hellranger picking up that Phoenix as usual on the map of Haven. It's his usual pick as well. Going to be seeing Kappa on the Sova. Man, the Sova main. This guy's got some great shotgun lineups, by the way. Team ORGLESS Boomers better watch out for that guy. And then skills, Lightning Fast and SK Rossi. I'm pretty much sure that Lightning Fast is going to be going in for that duelist. For that controller role, or maybe skills might pick it up as well. SK Rossi should probably go for the Jet as well. But on the side of ORGLESS Boomers, actually, we're going to be seeing that Astra coming out from the side of HVS. Patrick on the Sova. Should say Jin, if I'm not wrong, on the Jet. It's going to be Rex onto the Cypher duties, and Kev is going to be playing Phoenix as well. Interesting lineup coming out from the side of ORGLESS Boomers, by the way. Not going to be that single duelist setup that most of the teams are usually going for, but this looks like a solid lineup.
Both of these teams are opting to go in for the exact same lineup almost pretty much, other than the Cypher and the Killjoy. And in my eyes, especially on the map of Haven, I personally love the Cypher over the Killjoy, primarily due to the diverse playstyle that he allows in comparison to the Killjoy. But at the same time, I can understand why a lot of people prefer that Killjoy over that Cypher, because with that lockdown, you have so much map control in your arsenal. Whenever that lockdown is online, you can go down towards the side of A, go down towards the side of C, and go in for an easy side take. And when you have that Astra in your arsenal, it's just even more deadly, because you have to consider something. Whenever you're going in for defensive retakes on the side of A, having that lockdown press down towards the right-hand side corner as soon as you come down from the side of A connector, basically there's only one spot where you can hide from that lockdown without completely going on down towards the back end of the A pipeline. And when you're going down in that corner, an Astro Gravity Well can just come on through, pull you all in back into that one singular point of where the ultimate is now bound to hit you. And this Astra and Killjoy combination really does work out massively when it comes down to the map of Haven. But at the same time, it is a very one-dimensional playstyle. And if the side of ORGLESS Boomers are able to come out on top when it comes to their engagements and their gunfights, and of course their team play and strategy, they should be able to take a lot of these engagements in a much more of a comfortable manner if they're able to control the movements of GE with that cycle.
Through that, and I'm actually more excited about map number 2 as well, as to who exactly is going to be reigning supreme on the map of Breeze, because this is going to be my first time to be casting Breeze as well. I can't wait to see what exactly Global Esports as well as ORGLESS Boomers are going to put up on that specific map. Viper is something that we definitely are going to see as well. So yeah, looking forward to the map of Breeze as well. But for now, though, it is going to be the map of Haven. Let's see who exactly is going to take the fight and win it out as well. Now, Haven being that enormous, gigantic map as well, right? We're going to be seeing that that three-sided map right now, where Global Esports are starting off on the defense and ORGLESS Boomers are starting off on the attack. Now, Global Esports, Haven is an attacker-sided map, by the way, and in my opinion, Global Esports should pretty much be able to eke out around like 5 or 6 rounds on their defense, and they should pretty much be good to go.
And the real question in my eyes is why Skills playing on down from the angle of Barrage. That's not something you'd expect coming out from a Killjoy. And primarily it is a Phoenix holding down from that angle instead. But at the same time, Kev, he just full set himself and just get a kill on a Kappa. And now Sajid, he's trying to get the spike right down. He's actually going to be able to. This is so smart coming on down from the side of ORGLESS. But at the same time, Skills, he just slams Kev in the face with one of those shots. And SK Rossi, he's having a field day. 2 headshots. He's looking for another one. He's trying to find as much as he possibly can. But still at the same time, so much utility already being present. The side has completely been cleared. The Astro Stars are going to be going on down as well. Rossi, he knows exactly where all the last members are. They're holding it down from their back end, but a little bit too aggressive. This is not what you'd expect coming out from the side of GE. They drop the ball in this scenario. They need to try and survive. The double peek goes on through. He can kill one, but he cannot kill the other. They're just running around and they're just playing with lightning fast as Felix. He has nowhere to run and he does pay the price for it as well. Rex is going to be the one to shut him on down. And a little bit of a question mark in my eyes of what GE actually wanted to do in that scenario, because I would have expected Astra Smoke to just come on through down towards the side of mid and they would have just gone in for the full defuse, because Rossi, he spotted out 2 members holding on down from the side of mid window. So it was a little bit of a question mark of what they expected to do in that round.
Through that, it was definitely a very intriguing round, but right off the bat, ORGLESS Boomers walking away with the pistol is kind of like a really good start for them. They're going to set their momentum right in this specific map, and especially this being an attacker-sided map, I guess, as I said, Orgless Boomers should have that advantage as well, starting off. But then Global Esports, when they move on to their attack, things can take a turn as well.
Take flight.
Just slow down, but with Rex saying the first initial kill down on Hellranger, that's going to open up a lot of information and give a lot of info to where exactly all the members of the side of the defense are trying to hold on, and the push is already going to be going on through an SK Rossi. He says they're having a field day with that chair. Gets run and gunned down by Syed on the sidelines. The better Jet in this scenario because of that Spectre. Slowly but surely, they want to make that push happen, but there's not much that they can do. Kev comes in from the sideline, gets 2 kills, shuts everyone down. 0 and 2 on the scorecards, and as we go into the first buy round for the side of Global Esports.
Yep, that was a really good round coming out from the side of Orgless Boomers for sure. They did have that buy, right, that we usually go for as well when we win over the best round. The second round is usually the SMG buys, and the third one is played out as a bonus. So that is exactly what Orgless Boomers are going to do. Be playing it out like a bonus, and we're going to be seeing Global Esports on the better weapons. It should give them that advantage as well. So looking forward to Global Esports putting up their first round of the board, but at the same time, Orgless Boomers waiting right outside the A lobbies as well. Looks like they are looking for an A hit. And Hellranger is already aggressive over towards a short position. He has to fall back, by the way, whereas Kappa is gonna get some information for him. And interestingly, Kappa did actually have the money to go in for an assault rifle. He has gone in for that bulldog.
Going up.
Going for the bulldog, not really that bad of a plan, because on the Sova you are going to be playing utility most of the time, and you are going to be the ones going in for trades instead. But at the same time, Orgless, what exactly is their plan to try and execute down on the side? Because the clock is ticking on down, 1 minute left, and they need to decide whichever side they want to go towards. Try and get a little bit of information, try and establish a little bit of map control as well, because 3 members have already gone on down towards the side of A, and if they make a full down rotation towards C, or maybe even try and take over mid, this would be massive for them, because in the last pushes, they were able to take heavy mid control, take that presence, get the spike line down, and get out and play the post spans beautifully. This is what you expect coming out from the map of Haven. You can be so creative in the way you go in for a lot of your attacking sides, but at the same time, it feels as though Orgless, they want to go down towards this B side, towards this A side, sorry. They want to keep them guessing, but they need to be careful, because othermase they're going to be running into their waiting crosshairs of Hellranger. He's going to be able to shut down 2. Lightning Fast shuts down another couple as well. Last member remaining is going to be HBS. Beautiful headshot down on the 1, but that's all that is going to be finding. Hellranger takes him on out. 1 and 2 on the scorecard. The first buy round goes successfully towards the side of G.
Yep, Global Esports, as I said, that full buy round is definitely going to work out in the favors of the players on the side of Global Esports. And I guess Global Esports are going to be very happy with the setup that they made over towards the A side as well. It was a really good hold from them, in my opinion. There was no sorts of over-rotation, and everything played out beautifully for the side of Global Esports. Now, Orgless Boomers going to be pulling out their bigger guns as well this specific round. It is going to be the Phantom and the Vandal to come out, and can't wait to see what exactly they've got in store. And then moving over towards the seaside, where we have got the Indian Jet as SK Rossi. The man is holding on top of the default boxes, and he's going to get the frag on towards his nemesis. And it's going to be the Jet on the side of Orgless Boomers to get taken down, and Kev take a little bit of a damage as well. He's going to heal himself with the hot hands, and at the same time, I guess Patrick and the rest of the gang are trying to open up an avenue towards mid. So, if they get that opening over towards the garage position, or even over towards the B side, or maybe find someone aggressive towards the A lobbies or even the A mains, then maybe the instant rotation might come in from the side of Orgless Boomers as well. Because right now they're actually playing it out for the picks as well. And look at Global Esports. They are holding it so beautifully that they're not going to give any sorts of opening to the side of Orgless Boomers. But Kev get the frag on towards SK Rossi, and it is going to be time for Kev to activate his runner back.
This is just so good coming on down from the side of Orgless. Every single time they go in for a swing or they go in for a play, they're going in together as a cohesive unit, but one by one, the trades are just too good from the side of GE, ladies and gentlemen. The Lightning Fast with 2, Hellranger with a double, Lightning Fast with his third as well. Shuts everyone down. The dynamic duo of Lightning Fast and Hellranger, ever so prominent, ever so good. But at the same time, Orgless, they're going blow for blow against the likes of GE, and they're keeping them on their toes. And once the side of Orgless are able to stabilize themselves and understand how GE are playing a lot of their defenses, I'm pretty sure that GE, they're going to be in a lot of trouble if they don't change up their strategies on the fly to try and counteract all of these adaptation plays coming on down from the side of ORGLESS.
True that. So looking forward to how exactly the economy management is going to come out as well, and how exactly the strats are going to be laid out from both the teams. Right now, this is going to be once again SK Rossi to hold on over towards the seaside. Ooh, the Astra. And Astra might just go ahead and take down SK Rossi with the Sheriff of the
God!
Dink HVS. Not having that that great day, if I should say. He's just dinking everyone down, not able to finalize all of these kills. But
I know exactly where.
lightning fast, what did you do? Just walking into the crosshairs of Kevin. It looks like that ORGLESS Boomers, they're making it happen aggressive. They're actually going ahead and winning it off with nothing but the pistols.
What just happened? This was a flawless thrifty. A flawless thrifty. And HBS, this guy is on fire. Those double take headshots, one on the skills and one on the Rossi. What just happened? That made absolutely no sense in my eyes. What did I just witness? Just looking at the instant replay once again, I am amazed. Every single one of these players are just cracked out of their mind. Patrick getting a kill down on the Hellranger as well from the sidelines really did open everything up, but primarily the main two kills that I want to focus on was skills and of course SK Rossi's first initial ding. Rossi was so damn scared to try and go in for a repeat, to try and trade his teammate in that scenario. He had nowhere to run and he had nowhere to go. If he just peeked that corner and if he died, maybe he would have gotten the trade at the very least, but at the same time, after he gets dinked like that by someone as soon as he jiggles a corner, you're gonna be pretty scared to say the very least. So I understand what just happened, but that's gonna be a massive blow when it comes to the morale for the side of GE. But hopefully they can pick themselves up and come back even stronger because they cannot give up hope just yet. They still have enough money to go in for those proper buys. And Rossi, he has enough to go in for his Blade Storm and make the difference for his team right here and right now.
True that. Global Esports with the better guns now might just go ahead and give out that tough fight as well on towards ORGLESS Boomers. Now ORGLESS Boomers, I really like the sort of evolution as well that they bring into when they start winning out some of the rounds, and eventually when they get a hold on to what exactly is happening from the side of their opponents as well. Now Global Esports, not going to say that they're readable, but at the same time, ORGLESS Boomers, they might have actually read out a couple of moves being made by the players on the side of Global Esports as well. One of which could be, SK Rossi being a little bit too aggressive over towards the seaside, and that is exactly why from the last two rounds we have been seeing ORGLESS Boomers as players try to go in for that aggressive peak as well. And one such example was the previous round where aggressive did mention that that dink coming in from HPS on towards SK Rossi. That was something mind-blowing as well. Could have been mind-blowing, but at the same time, it was just a dink, just a tap. So, it didn't actually
Love tap pretty
blow
much.
his mind.
He was like giving a love tap to SK Rossi, and SK Rossi's like, nah, I don't want any of this. I'm just gonna go. Skills is like, okay, let me try. Let me give it a shot. He gets love tapped as well, and then just gets tapped out of existence pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
Beautiful.
HVS, he's gonna be, he's gonna be blaming himself so freaking much right now. He's gonna be like, what the hell, man? Like, I gave both of them dings, and I was not able to capitalize on both of them as well. It's like he was only able to get himself the frag on towards the second player, not SK Rossi. Now, I understand the range and how the Sheriff works as well. I mean, Sheriff definitely long range gives you 145 damage instead of 150, so that is something that did not work in the favor of HPS as well, but it's completely fine. At least the man has got his aim, and the cross-up placement is looking crisp.
Now with the hold going on down, it's going to be Red stealing the first initial kill down on the skills. And this is going to be holding them down really well. And I love the strategy coming out from the side of GE. They want to go in aggressive down towards the side of mid to try and hold as many angles as they possibly can. But ORGLESS, they're not having any of it. They're not giving any form of information away. And they're just moving on down towards the seaside, understanding that, hey, there is no Killjoy being present. Basically, no Killjoy means we can easily go down towards the seaside. No nanoswarms, no turrets, no alarm bots, nothing to worry about. And we can easily take control over that sideline. It's going to be Sajin getting the first initial kill down onto SK Rossi. And flying fast, he's not looking in the right direction once again. He's not checking his corners, and that's not what you'd expect coming up from a player like Lightning Fast. It feels as though GE, they're in a bit of a sticky situation, and they're not playing the way that you would expect them to play.
True that, and you know, right now I'm guessing as to how exactly Global Esports going to try and pull this off. Like in a 2 versus 4 situation, you would pretty much think that it's over for Global Esports. You never know though. Sometimes miracles do tend to happen, but I guess not this time. As ORGLESS 5, they're gonna go ahead and get themselves that 4th on the board. Oh, by the way, guys, I kind of got confused between ORGLESS Boomers and ORGLESS 5. That's why I was actually calling them ORGLESS Boomers. And it's completely my fault, actually. There is a team called as ORGLESS Boomers as well, by the way. And I kind of, you know, misunderstood them to ORGLESS 5. My bad.
Technically, I was like confused as well. Maybe I thought that I made that mistake, so I was just going with that.
No. It's completely my fault, actually, you know. Like, there are so many teams, and sometimes, you know, identical names tend to play around with your mind, so it just happened with me.
That happens to all casters, so no worries. But going back into the game, it's going to be crunch time going on down for the side of GE. Down 2 rounds already, especially when you consider them being such a good team when it comes down to the defensive side. It's a little bit of a question mark for me. And it seems as though it's a Mexican standoff going on down between Kev and Lightning Fast to see who is the one to go in for that first initial peek and who's going to be the one to go in for that headshot. HBS, he's just playing mind games once again. He wants to try and get a couple of taps and just, you know, show his dominance towards the side of the defense, as the C side seems as though a lot of the members are going to be gravitating towards that angle to see what he can find. Kev probably trying to get a kill, but he's not going to be able to find it. Instead, it's going to be Lightning Fast, the first initial one. Tags him down, and it's going to be Hellranger this time around, making that difference for himself. Tags HBS straight in the head, takes him down to very low levels of HP. And what was that shock dart coming out from Kappa? Immediately landing on directly behind him. At HBS, he needed to go in for that swing. He could not save that angle. If he did, he was already dead. 2 members have already gone down for the side of the attack. The plants cannot go on through just yet. Lightning Fast going in for the gravity wall, trying to make that difference happen. Beautiful arrow coming on down from the side of Kappa, setting everyone up. Skills comes in from the sideline, shutting down another. And this is the GE we know and love, ladies and gentlemen. They are back, and they are gunning to take as many rounds as they possibly can. Now, with the push already happening, this first initial round is what they need to keep things going for their side. And on this 3 and 4, they can finally stabilize and bring themselves into a proper economic state so that they can actually get this operator down in the hands of SK Rossi. And this is so crucial. If they're able to get that operator for themselves and have SK Rossi online, every single one of the pushes that could be coming on down from the side of ORGLESS 5 could just be a detriment, whichever side they try to go to.
Do that, Global Esports. So now though, we are going to be seeing that that KJ, who's had a Global Esports that has skills, has got a setup done over towards the A side. So ORGLESS 5 is going to be tough for them to try and, you know, crack open the defense coming out from the side of Skills. But oh, Skills, it was oh so goddamn close to getting the frag on towards Kev as well. Kev was vulnerable because of the alarm bot, and I guess that is going to be the cue for the rest of the players from the side of Global Esports to move it over towards the A side. Now the rotations are definitely going to be made, and we're going to be seeing Kev taking that fight on towards Lightning Fast, but oh my god, Lightning Fast! This guy is insane as he takes down every single player trying to come in from the shot position. It's going to be all down to HBS. Who's going to be tapped down by Skills? Or shall I say, deleted by Skills as well. Because Global Esports, man, they are back in action, and I guess they're going to tie things up with the scoreboard now.
Global, they understood the attacking strategies coming out from the side of ORGLESS 5, and they were able to retaliate in a matter of seconds. They are not letting them even get a chance to breathe and do whatever they need to do to try and keep things going for their side. And you have to give it a Lightning Fast, though. 4 bullets left. He was able to get that spray down, get one person, immediately flick on the other person's head, take him out, and then get traded while his teammates are still present. And at the same time, a little bit of a question mark in my eyes on what exactly the side of ORGLESS 5 were trying to comprehend or try to do with that first initial wall. And Cyajin should have actually gone for a delayed peek, waiting for that owl drone to try and get a little bit of value before he wanted to go in for that swing. But still, I understand what he was trying to do. He wanted to dodge out that recon bolt, but still, getting caught by the recon bolt is not a bad thing if you're able to survive. But with the running back now being caught from the side of Kev, he has a lot of room to work with. He has a lot of time as well. He's gonna be able to take down Kappa. He's actually gonna be able to take down Skills as well, straight through that smoke. Skills, he was holding it down on a very common pre-fire angle, but now with the defender sided, Astral Wall going on up as well. They need to try and get a couple of these kills. Lightning Fast pulling him down from the angle of heaven, but no plan's gone through just yet. Still, in a 4 versus 2 situation, who's gonna be able to come out of it? They get a 3 versus 2.
Down A.
Yeah, it's gonna be Hellranger to be pushing in through that Cosmic Divide, and I guess SK Rossi is gonna find Rex.
Enemy
Patrick! Alright, then he's gonna be sandwiched in that specific spot. He's gonna be like, where the hell am I supposed to go? I have to take this fight head on, and I'm gonna do it as well. He's gonna win out that fight though, but in the end, it is gonna be Hellranger and SK Rossi to clean it all up. And Hellranger, what a play, man. Behind that Cosmic Divide. Just built different, isn't he?
Honestly speaking, that Cosmic Divide just makes everything so much easier for Phoenix. This is why I always say that Phoenix and Astra, they are a match made in heaven. Whenever these two play together, not only does he get a lot of value out of the gravity wells and of course the stuns, gets a lot of value out of the ultimate, because as soon as that wall goes on up, that's just an entry point for a Phoenix. He can flash through that wall, immediately peek any corner that he wants to. That is like a pseudo flame wall that is like completely protective. The enemies have no idea where you're going to be coming from. It does not block your vision, and you can just peek out at any second and just blast someone in the face. That's exactly what he did. And because that wall was placed in such a defensive manner, no noise was being made of what he was trying to do onto the side of A short. And also another small mistake from the side of ORGLESS was no one pushing down the A short angle, and that allowed Hellranger to play that cheeky side and get a lot of those kills that he needed to make that difference happen for his team. But now, ORGLESS, they're on another eco, and they need to try and stabilize themselves and get as much economic damage as possible. But pretty sure something very, very dangerous could happen if the side of GE decide to make a push happen, because we know how deadly the side of ORGLESS are with their sheriffs. So the side of GE, they need to be careful about doing anything that they're planning to do.
Definitely need to be. I mean, the pistols, right? They definitely wreak havoc from the side of ORGLESS Fire, and I guess Kappa aims at that frag on towards Rex. Is looking for more, finds himself his nemesis, that is going to be Patrick. And that is going to be all down to Kev as well as the Astra.
Beautiful.
And I guess Kev, well, it's going to be picked up, and it's going to be Kappa to find the final frag on towards the Astra as well. I mean, these pistols that actually did not do that amount of damage, but at the same time, Global Esports, I guess, they're slowly starting to read each and every move being made by ORGLESS Fire as well. I mean, you can see the rhythm being set by Global Esports as well, right? You can see the over rotations, you can see the correct amount of judgment as well coming out from the side of Global Esports. Like, if they spot out a couple of players, they don't instantly, like, you know, be like, hey, the player over towards the seaside, just come over towards there or something like that. The over rotation is not there, but at the same time, the apt rotation is definitely there. Yeah, it's something that Global Esports are actually nailing it. Global Esports is SK Rossi. Gonna go ahead against him, a double and a triple and a quad. Ladies and gentlemen, SK Rossi, he's been known as 40 Rossi till now, and I guess he is gonna continue the tradition as well of not getting that ace. Feels bad, man, but yeah, it's not SK Rossi, it's 4K Rossi.
Last round in the half.
A little bit of a feels bad moment. I'm pretty sure that would have gone on the highlights, but at the same time, that can go on to a TC funny moments as well at the same time. I don't know how I feel about what just happened right there, but at the same time, SK Rossi, he's just a god when he's on that operator, and sometimes those knives, yeah, whenever you play with those knives, even the right clicks are Russian roulette from time to time, but still, Rossi, he's just a beast on that operator. He just went on in, quick scope everyone, shut them down, and just kept on going. So beautifully done. Yeah,
he should have quick scoped the final player as well. I mean, he was anyways busy with his Hunter's Fury, so.
But you know, you gotta take him out in style. You gotta go in.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You always want that finisher to be in style as well, but man, he missed that ace moment as well. So, but it's okay. It's okay. It definitely is a feel-good moment for him, so it doesn't really matter. There's going to be Kappa to be pulling out that ult, and oh, very close to getting a double, by the way, with that ult. The Hunter's Fury is not going to do much, but it definitely did do a lot of damage onto its Shub as well as the Phoenix that is scared. So I'm going to be seeing the defender-sided Killjoy putting out a lockdown as well. That is the gravity ball. It is going to ask Patrick to jump straight into the radius of the lockdown. And it's going to be Hellranger and SK Rossi to capitalize on top of all the distraction being provided by these players. And it is going to be the spike diffusal coming in as well. Man, Global Esports and their retake. Name a better duo.
The retakes are just so clean, and this just goes to showcase what I was saying previously. As soon as the defender-sided Killjoy goes on, defender-sided Killjoy ultimate goes on through, sorry, those gravity wells can be the difference maker for everything. And in that situation, Patrick, he had almost nowhere to run. If he jumps on down into the gravity well, that basically means that, hey, he's gonna get even though if he does not get affected by the Killjoy ultimate, he's still gonna become vulnerable. He's gonna take more damage, and someone just swings him, taps him in the chest twice, and he's already dead. And the other two players need to run on down towards the side of A short, and if you run on down towards the side of A short, it takes you way too long to get out of that radius unless you just full on book it out of the side and go towards the side of A main entirely, and that's gonna give enough time for the defenders to go in for that full diffuse on that spike and not worry about pretty much anything. And with that, that round was already over. 8-4 to end things off in the first round half, but still, that was an absolutely beautiful start coming on down on this half in general for the side of ORGLESS. They understand that, hey, maybe the side of GE, they want to make that push happen down towards this B side, but immediately they understand that, hey, B side control cannot be gated, so let's go down towards the side of C and let's see what we can do there.
Yeah, the C execute is definitely going to be coming in, and I guess it's going to be time for ORGLESS Fight to make the rotations over towards the C side and get ready for this retake. But look at the positioning coming up from the side of Global Esports' players as well, right? We've got one of the players who is just outside of the garage doors, and we've got a couple of players towards the site as well. Just trying to cover the plant, and I guess it is going to be a little bit too tough for Lightning Fast to hold on to the side for a little bit more, because a cavalry has just arrived over towards the garage position, and Kappa, the man that I was talking about outside of the garage doors, he is going to chime in and is going to get himself that frag on towards HPS as well. Down to a 2 versus 2, and I guess the HP coming out from Shub is pretty damn low. He's going to try and find the Nano Swarm grenades, but look at this. Skills. This is going to activate it at the exact same time, and we're going to be seeing Kappa getting absolutely wrecked and destroyed. And oh my god, Patrick! This guy is the executioner for the day, ladies and gentlemen, as he takes down the rest of the two players and clutches out the round as well for the team in the 2 versus 2 situation. I thought that should pretty much be the round for Global Esports aggressive, I'm not gonna lie. Because the afterplants, it kind of was looking in the favor of Global Esports.
Pretty, like, honestly speaking, the afterplan really won't matter if you have a player like Patrick on your team just doming people from pretty much the other side of the map. He didn't miss a single shot, and he was just tapping them one by one. And there's not much that you can do whenever you get out-aimed like that. You just gotta accept it, brush it on off, go on down to the next round, and come back even stronger. But that's gonna be a pretty good round coming on down from the side of ORGLESS, because now they're gonna be quite happy moving things forward for their side, because with this pistol round win, they're gonna be the ones being at the advantage to go in for the proper buys of their own. But Kev, he goes in from the right side, catches Eskerosi off guard, shuts him down, understanding that, hey, Rossi can push on down towards the other side of that tripwire. He has to be holding on down from the corner, so I can go in for a swing, shut him down, get back out, and keep the ball rolling for my team in general. But now, with a lot of the players already spotted on out from the side of GE, they know, like, the side of ORGLESS, they know exactly where they're gonna be headed. But still, Lightning Fast, he could be the difference maker, but with the camera spotting him on out, it's gonna be back to square one. And GE, they're on the back foot. They either need to go in for a rush, 5-man together, or they need to try and figure out a plan and play for a kick.
Do that. So now, though, it is going to be Global Esports to try and move it over towards the A side now. Skills just holding on over towards the long position, whereas the rest of the two players are trying to move in from the short position as well. Now, the smokes are definitely going to be put in, and I guess Patrick has got his recon ready. Oh, never mind, that is going to be the shock dart to come in first and do a lot of damage on towards Mr. Kappa, but never mind. Kappa is just going to run to safety, and it's going to be Hellraiser to get that frag and fall back as well. Kappa, up close and postal. The classic, it might just do a lot of damage, might even get himself the frag on towards a jet, but not gonna happen. As the rest of the gang is just gonna bounce it on towards the Global Esports players one by one. It's gonna be all down to Lightning Fast in a 1 versus 3. Well, it's a little bit too late. Lightning Fast, the ball has already, the spike has already been defused. There's gonna be Lightning Fast to take down HBS.
Sajid just give it a drive-by, pretty much GTA style, on the Lightning Fast, going down to the other side of the map. But still, 8-6 on the scorecards, and a very successful eco round, I would say, getting at the bare minimum of 3 kills, and also the spike plant, forcing your opponents to go in for proper full buys, or maybe a possible eco with the other members opting to go in for Spectres or Ghosts instead of opting to go in for those full buys, basically meaning that it's a win-win situation for the side of GE. So now they have the better guns, and they can force another round coming out from the side of ORGLESS, or it's just going to be another bonus for their sidelines. And now with this, let's just see where we can head off to at the bare least, because GE, they're on a pretty tough spot. Look at all of the members of the side of ORGLESS. They're just holding it down from the side of C-Long. Everyone's pushed on up, and Skills could just be on the executioner's table. He needs to make a run for it, and Skills is like, nope, I'm getting out of here. I'm never coming back here ever again.
That is going to be ORGLESS 5 for now, getting themselves that man advantage. But ooh, Global Esports are catching up. They are going to go ahead and lay down a little bit more of that ORGLESS 5's players. And I guess Patrick is trying to move in over towards the B side, whereas Ken is holding outside of the garage windows. He's going to move towards the garage windows and eventually towards the ceilings as well. And that is Lightning Fast trying to hunt him down. And I guess Global Esports are going to be successful in getting this hunt, because Kev really don't want him to save any of the weapons whatsoever, and carry it forward on towards the next round. Now with that, Global Esports are going to put themselves the 9th round on the board, which makes it 9-6 if I'm not wrong. And ORGLESS 5, do they have money to eke out a buy aggressive?
I gotta visit the Astral to play some
I need to
stars.
go in for those proper buys, because you do have to remember in that last round they opted to go in for the bonus instead of opting to go in for those full buys, because a lot of the members were still running on their ghosts, and the last two members that they had specters were just running that specter and trying to play for that bonus completely. And this allowed the side of GE to go in for a proper round of their own and take the advantage for their side once again. And at the same time, I understand what the side of ORGLESS were trying to achieve by opting to go in for that bonus, but against the side of GE, you cannot take any form of risk, because they are a team that can punish you heavily if you don't have the proper firepower to go up against them. That really did show in the last round in particular. 9-6 on the scorecards already, and Saijin, he gets a lot of information to say the very least that two members are holding on down from the side of mid, and the turret has been killed. So no one is pushing down at all towards the side of A main. They need to be coming on down towards the side of mid. So here is where the main defensive hold will start up soon enough. The wall goes up as well, and the plan should be going on down soon as well.
True, and as soon as Spike is going to be planted as well, we're all going to be seeing that retake attempt coming out from the side of Team ORGLESS 5. And look at this, SK Rossi and Hellranger. My god, Hellranger with that single run it back is going to do quite a lot. And that is going to be more and more information being fed onto the players from the side of Global Esports. And Patrick, suddenly he sees both the actual smokes going up, and he's like, well guys, I guess we should wait instead of pushing inside of the smokes, because you never know, Global Esports, right? They're a little bit too aggressive, and maybe there might be someone inside the smoke as well, and that is exactly what Patrick was looking forward to. I guess Patrick not going to be ready with his gun out, and it is going to be the Astra. It's Lightning Fast to go ahead and take him down. All down to Shobin a 1 versus 3, and it's going to be really, really tough for him to go ahead and get the spike defuse as well, because Hellranger is coming in with a little bit of a detour, trying to move it from the garage position and eventually towards the ceilings as well. And I guess Shub has taken the wise decision of going in for the save.
Now 3 HP at a dream. That's not gonna happen, especially against the likes of GD. And here on the save, I kind of like what the side of Shoes is trying to do, but at the same time, he needs to be a little bit careful, because Hellranger, he's known to just hunt his prey down no matter what happens. He's not gonna be able to find outside him though, so he's gonna be able to survive. 10-6 on the scorecards. Double digits as well for the side of GE, basically meaning that now they're gonna be in the heads of ORGLESS. And at this stage, you'll feel a lot of pressure, because here you need to go in for a proper ego so that you can stabilize yourself and try and bring it back on the 11th round, because you always need to make your stand on that 11th round. You do not do it on the 12th, and if you don't have enough buys to go on the 10th, then you need to save there and keep your fight going, because you never want to try and fight for match overtime, because if you try and fight for that, small mistakes can cost you pretty much everything. And here it seems as though Sajin, he tried to full send himself, and Skills, he just shuts down 2. The spike has dropped, but Patrick, he comes in clutch. He's going to be able to take down 2 as well. It's already a 3 versus 3 on the map, but never mind. It's a 1 versus 3 already. I scratched that, it just happened.
3 gone.
Yeah, suddenly the tables turn, and I guess it's going to be all down to Patrick at 1 versus 2. It looks like with a minute and 10 seconds after the clock, Global Esports have got quite a lot of time to rethink their options and figure out where exactly they want to go as well. Maybe, see, after knowing the fact that Patrick is over towards the middle position, and eventually he's going to move it over towards C or B, maybe the option of going in over towards the A side might be a good one. But at the same time, Global Esports, they know the tendencies coming out from the side of ORGLESS 5, and they know for a fact that Patrick is going to be making his way over towards the A side as well, thinking that Global Esports are going to go towards A. Now, with that play being thought of inside of the mind of the god IGL, Ranger, we're going to be seeing
30
Global
seconds
Esports moving it over to the seaside and planting the spike as well. A 1 versus 2 retake. I guess Patrick should pretty much, I don't know, he can go in for this, and he's got his ultimate ready as well. The recon can come in over towards the seaside, and actually he can try and go for this. Oh, spots out SK Rossi, so now he knows the position of one of the players. So all he has to do is find out where exactly Hellranger is, and then he can put a bullet onto the face of both of these players one by one.
Revealing area.
Patrick has a decently high sensitivity, the way he just snapped it around corners, but still giving away so much noise is gonna let SK Rossi just know your last known position, up to go in for that swing, and one swift tap to the head to clean everything out. Now it's down to the 11 and 6, but at the same time, I would have said sorry, it was a successful eco round, but at this stage, when you consider how much money your opponents have, it really doesn't matter to them how many players they lose to try and win out the round, because they have the win streak bonus in their favor and they have the economy to keep things rolling for their side for a lot of consecutive rounds. To try and break down that economy, they need to start right here and right now, because if they're not able to, it's gonna easily go down to a 12 and 6. And on that 12 and 6, you're not gonna have enough money to fight for match overtime. And as soon as that happens, your team is going to be under a lot of pressure. No mistakes whatsoever. One small aim duel miss basically means it's all but over for your side. At that situation, even a 5 versus 4 or maybe a 5 versus 2 will be very deadly, because the nerves are going to be building up inside of you. And in that scenario, you cannot have any of that happen. But seemingly, it's going to be Sajid coming in with that operator finally online in his hands. And he is going to be the first one to get that first initial kill down on SK Rossi. And now with the first initial entry already dead, for the side of ORGLESS 5, they're going to be in a pretty good spot to keep things rolling for their side.
Yeah, ORGLESS 5 for now have got themselves the ultimates ready as well, right? There's going to be HVS to be spotted out over towards the short position, and he's now going to try and reposition himself over towards a better angle, so he can in turn find himself the frag as well. Maybe he just got himself the information that, hey, Global Esports, they've taken control over towards the B side. And you know what? Aggressive, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen this coming out from the side of Global Esports every single time they play on the map of Haven as well. Their usual target is the B side, because they know for a fact that most of the Indian teams still, try and play the B side as a retake. So it becomes really, really easy for Global Esports to just, move in with the amount of utilities, the smokes, and the construction that they use. Play it aggressively, take control of the side, plant the spike, and come out without dealing any sorts of damage whatsoever. And that is exactly what they're going to do this round as well.
The main thing that I love out of all of these plays is actually lightning fast is Astro. This Astro, in my eyes, honestly speaking, I have not really highlighted him that much, but every single time a kill happens, constantly I see the Astro Gravity Well already present. Maybe there's a stun, maybe there's a smoke. Everything is ready for his teammates to try and capitalize upon it. All of these star placements are just on point. There is not a single star that I've seen on the map that has not yet gotten any form of value. The way he uses a lot of his utilities is just so clean as well. But look at Kappa. He just threw a dart all the way from the back of Spot down onto the C side, and Rossi is trying to hunt down a player. Maybe he's going to be able to find something. Patrick, he gets one kill, gets a tag, and sends Lightning Fast running into the awaiting arms of Kev to take him on out. But at the same time, Rossi and Kappa, they're going to be able to make things even for their side as well. And Ranger chimes in with another kill down onto a very over-aggressive Kev. Pulls out the run it back and rushes it down towards the side of Courage. Maybe he's gonna be able to find something, not much, maybe a little bit of information. Knows for a fact that 2 members are possibly holding on down towards the C side, and with all the members making their way down towards the side of A, the retake situation is just about to start for the side of ORGLESS 5. And here is where they need to make their stand, because ladies and gentlemen, this is match point. It's either go big or go home down to the next one.
Through that, this specific round is a lot important for ORGLESS 5, but I guess in a 2 versus 3 situation, Patrick, the last thing he wanted to see was a backstab coming in from the side of Ranger. And now with him receiving that as well, it's going to be down to Rex in a 1 versus 3. Well, he's pretty much sandwiched, guys, and there's absolutely no escape for him. If he's gonna, try and hold on to his defender side spawn, then it's gonna be the Hunter's Fury, which is gonna take him down. He tries to move it over to his side to at least try and get some kills. It's gonna be SK Rossi to tap him to the face. 13-6, man. What a match coming out from the side of Global Esports. I mean, ORGLESS, as I said, they were able to eke out a couple of rounds here and there, but as soon as Global Esports caught up, right, they just started rolling, and they did not stop at all.
Honestly speaking, I will have to say that ORGLESS, they gave a pretty good fight, but let's try and break down what exactly went wrong for the side of ORGLESS as we head into the match highlights. So here, in my eyes, I'm going to leave a little bit of a question mark towards the side of ORGLESS. What was the plan whenever they went down to their own attacking side? Because that was a commendable effort when it came down sorry, not on their own attacking side, sorry, on their own defensive side, because when it came down to their attacking side, they were just so keen when it came down to a lot of their executions. They understood what they needed to do, but as soon as their strat was broken on down, the adaptation was just not there at that stage. They were constantly going in for the same plays over and over again. No one was trying to go in for a lurk. Everyone was just playing very defensively, and once they saw that, hey, GE, they're not playing for picks, it felt as the ORGLESS, they felt claustrophobic. They wanted to play it down together as a team instead of opting to go in for a couple of their own picks. Maybe force the issue, take a lot of the fights towards the side of GE that they were doing previously. They were playing very slow, and when you play slow against GE, especially when Lightning Fast is on that Astra, you cannot expect to win out on a lot of these engagements. Every single wall that came out from the side of Lightning Fast was just on point, setting everything up for Hellranger to come on by and just be like, hey, I have a curveball in my hand, I snap my fingers, I kill one, I snap my fingers again, I kill another one. Shutting them down every single time, using his utility with conjunction to Lightning Fast, and of course Escarossi, he's just an absolute beast on that operator, shutting everyone down. But at the same time, ORGLESS, they have to give them, that was a very commendable effort, and I'm really hoping that they're able to understand what they did wrong here and come back even stronger after next.
True that, and see, I'm not gonna lie, ORGLESS 5, I completely agree to you on the fact that once their strat was cracked open from the side of Global Esports, ORGLESS 5 did not come in with any sorts of evolution whatsoever. I mean, they did not evolve their strats, or they did not come up with any sorts of mid-round rotations or mid-round calls as well. It was all pretty much too predictable from the side of Global Esports. And Global Esports, they knew that ORGLESS 5 time and time again are just hitting up over towards the A side, and Global Esports were absolutely ready every single time whenever ORGLESS 5 tried to move it over towards the A side as well. They had a minimum of 3 players as well over towards A when the attack came in from the side of ORGLESS Boomers as well. So that is something that ORGLESS, my bad, did I say ORGLESS Boomers again?
Yes,
right? Never mind. ORGLESS 5. That is something that ORGLESS 5 need to work on a little bit more. I mean, try and be a little bit more unpredictable. Come out with newer, better strats as well. Mid-round, mid-game. I mean, I know it's tough, but at the same time, the IGL has to step up, and when things are just not going in your favor, right? Maybe try and play textbook Valorant, but at the same time, bring a little bit of a variety into that textbook Valorant as well. Exactly. That is exactly what Global Esports kind of do as well. I mean, for sure, they have got themselves some pretty awesome strats up their sleeves, but at the same time, when things are getting a little bit too readable, Hellranger, he just steps up and he's like, you know what, let's just do this. There's no rocket science, but at the same time, adding a little bit of a spice in there, the guys are not going to expect it. So let's try and do this. So, on-spot decision making is something that ORGLESS 5 have to come up with as well. Otherwise, it's going to be really tough for them moving forward, beating down the tier 1 teams like Global Esports as well.
Now, that's just map number 1, ladies and gentlemen, and that was such an impressive showing from the side of ORGLESS 5. But now, we're going to be going into map number 2 real soon, and that is going to be Breeze. That's what we are excited for. I'm pretty sure Assassin is already giddy with the excitement to try and cast that map, because we have not cast a single map of Breeze just yet. But before we do head off and try and set things up for the teams as we head into Breeze, make sure to check the links down in the description below to see all of the goodies that we have set up for you down there, to see what suits your fancy for your next big upgrade. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be signing on off, and we're going to be back with you real shortly with the Esports Club Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Esports Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen. As we are back with game number 2 of today's set, it's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by Assassin once again to bring you probably the most anticipated map in the entirety of Valorant. Seeing the first ever Breeze in probably competitive play that I have seen at the very least, or I had the pleasure of casting. I'm really excited to say the very least. As we go into the map reader screen, it's going to be Breeze. It is gonna be a banger of a set as well, because I'm honestly excited to see what the side of Global are bringing down to the table, because they're the ones who started the trend of Icebox being a map that was picked up constantly by all of the Indian teams, and now that they are back doing the same thing with Breeze, I want to see what kind of strats they have cooked up for us.
True that. I mean, I haven't actually seen any team go ahead and pick the map of Breeze as well. So this is gonna be somewhat of a new thing for both of us, if I'm not wrong.
Yodo?
And yeah, wow. All right. Okay. Well, ORGLESS 5 looks like that they've got their strats ready as well for the map of Breeze, or maybe they're just taking a wild guess for now. Oh, a triple duel is set up. Interesting.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore.
By the way, what do you think, Breeze? See, as far as I know, I consider it as an attacker-sided map. What do you think?
Honestly speaking, it really does depend on the composition. If you're running a triple duelist composition and if you are very aggressive in your own defensive side, then it's a very balanced map in general, in my eyes. But it really does depend on what you are trying to do. But seeing a Cypher here on the side of Breeze is a massive question mark in my eyes, because what do you expect the Cypher to do here? If there was a Killjoy, yes, she can get a lot of value because of the alarm bot and the turret, holding down multiple different sidelines, holding down the angle of tube, and also holding down the angle of side at the same time, because with that turret, it has a long sideline capabilities to completely give you that information that, hey, someone's pushing down from the side of A main, someone's pushing down from the side of B main, or if someone is pushing down from the side of tube. All of these angles can be covered with a Killjoy, but with the Cypher, I'm really looking to see what Lightning Pass has in his mind to try and bring this back for his team, because at this point, I'm very confused. I'm just going to let this match play out because I don't know what to expect from both of these teams.
I mean, I completely agree.
No
with you.
duelist.
I've got no idea as well. Like,
No
yeah,
duelist.
Global Esports, I've got no idea what they're going to do about this. And without a duelist, things might just get a little bit too difficult for them. Let's see how exactly they're going to play it out. They're starting off with the defense, so this composition should pretty much work out in their favor as well. On the attack, they definitely are going to struggle. But that is for the next half. For now, let's just concentrate on this one, shall we?
Rossi opting to go in for the defensive wall to see if he can find a little form of value, but he's just holding the wall. He knows for a fact that no one's going to be making that push just happen just yet. But ORGLESS, they understand that, hey, as soon as that wall goes on up, it's our job to make sure we break that wall and bring it back down once again. The wall does go up once more, but it's going to be Kappa holding on down from the top side of Evan. He just gets the first initial kill down on the Kev. Hilrich is going to be able to shut down another. And because of that wall being placed in such a securious manner, he can just hold down from one singular angle and just shut them down one by one. Kappa gets another kill down on side and shutting him on down. And this one-dimensional approach coming on out from the side of ORGLESS just costed them pretty much everything. They couldn't get down onto this A side because they were going on down and funneling through one singular entry point. That one singular entry point just caused a lot of hurt as they were running on down towards this A side.
I really like that double wall setup coming out from the side of Global Esports, right? It actually worked out in their favor, and really good to see that Global Esports have already got their stats, their strats ready as well on the map of Breeze. But yeah, it's gonna be time for Shub to throw in that teleporter into his side. Throw in a flash and maybe teleport towards the back of the side, but okay. Lightning Fast knew exactly what was about to happen, and Shub, I guess he's gonna regret the decision of going in for that early teleport.
I understand what he was trying to do in that scenario, but at the same time, you don't really have all the angles smoked off, so what are you trying to expect coming out from that situation? Rossi comes in with the Guardian, such a strong weapon as well when it comes to this map in particular. There's just tapping people left, just tapping people right, shuts them down and sends them back home package. That is SK Rossi for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is what he can do when he has that Guardian in his hand. 2-0 on the scorecards, and at the same time, the primary reason why I love Breeze as a map in general, a lot of people show a lot of hate to this map primarily because of how open it is. But in my eyes, this map is much more accessible in comparison to Icebox, primarily because in Icebox, you have to worry about multiple angles. And on Breeze, it's not about the angles, it's much more about the headshot angles instead. For example, your crosshair placement on this map in particular will get thrown off constantly, primarily due to how massive the map can be. So you need to rely on proper utility usage and proper game sense to put you through a lot of these fights. But SK Rossi opting to go in for the same peak 3 times, that's a little bit of a question.
Yeah, but now though it's going to be skills to be playing close towards double doors, and he's going to get himself a frag. He's looking for more. And comes the flash ready, and oh, did not check the other corner, but does get himself another one. So there's something. We are going to be seeing Kappa and Hellranger chiming in for the action as well. It's going to be all out of Shub in a 1 versus 2. Little does he know that there is a wiper out of the side. Oh, never mind. He is perfectly aware. He knows for a fact that Hellranger is playing over towards the A side. It's going to be all down to Kappa. I guess Shub has got no idea where Kappa's position is, or maybe his teammates might just let him know what the last position for Kappa was and where exactly he got the kill as well. 45 seconds. Shub has a lot of angles to clear out, by the way. And this is one of the problems when you're in a 1 versus 1 situation on the map of Breeze, right? There's so many angles to check, and because of all of these angles, it is going to be very, very easy for the player who has the positional advantage to get the frag and win out the round as well. And that is going to be Kappa in this specific situation. Ladies and gentlemen, Global Esports, despite the full buy coming out from the side of ORGLESS 5, Global Esports' bonus round works out for them. And man, this is looking oh so goddamn good for the side of Global Esports. What do you think, Aggressive?
The primary thing that I need to highlight whenever you're considering the map of Breeze in particular is never, ever, ever take the spike to mid. If you take that spike to mid and if you die out with that spike, it's nearly impossible to try and get a hold of it again. Unless you get extremely lucky, or if your brain is like over 900 IQ to get that first initial read of where the player is going to be holding, you're going to be in a pretty rough spot to say the very least. But SK Rossi, he pulls out the Guardian once again. Try and shut down a couple of more from the sidelines. SK Rossi chiming on in. He's going to be just taking down another one. He's looking for a couple of more. Goes in for the shot. Taps it left. Taps it right. He's going to be able to find the headshot. Takes down Patrick as well. And it's just a full send rush down towards the side of mid. It feels as though GE, they're like, hey, we have the guns. We have the flashes. Why not just push it down from the side of mid and just shut them down before this triple zeros composition gets rolling? Because you do need to understand, whenever your opponent has a triple zeros composition, as soon as it starts popping off, they're very hard to stop.
Completely true. And you know, ORGLESS 5, with that triple duel setup as well, I really am I'm scratching my head thinking as to how exactly they can use this specific setup in order to open up space and you know, create some avenue for the team as well. Right now it is going to be Hellranger to go ahead and create that wall, and I guess the ultimate coming out from the side of Shub. He is going to allow him to move it over towards the back of the side, and it's going to be Patrick to get a crack.
What just happened? I'm just confused at this stage. Assassin, can you try and break this down for me? The round just started, 3 people just died, and it's almost over. We're down to a 3 versus 2.
Yeah, I mean, Hellranger happened towards the main position. I'm not really sure how the entirety of ORGLESS 5 did not spot out Hellranger trying to put down that wall. It's incredible. At the same time, there was Shub who just used up the ultimate, the Yoru's ultimate, the dimensional drift. He did use that right in front of Hellranger, and he was trying to, like, you know, go towards the back of the side or something like that. Did he call that out, that Hellranger is right around the corner? You guys are supposed to just rush onto him?
It was a little bit of a question mark in my eyes, but at the same time, I understand why the side of ORGLESS 5 opted to go in for this Euro pickup. Because with Euro, even when he is a single solo duelist, you can get a lot of value out of him, especially on this map in particular, because that flash goes around corners and you can easily set yourself up for a proper TP play. And also because of the 6-1 ultimate that he does have, it gives so much information. Using just one Euro, you can completely clear out an entire side and give your teammates the information that they need to make this triple duelist composition work. But it feels as though there's a massive communication gap coming on down from the side of ORGLESS 5, and that's what's causing them to lose out on a lot of their rounds. But at the same time, with the mid push coming on down from the back end, it's gonna be Kappa paying for it with his own life. But at the same time, Rossi, he does have a resurrection with Hellranger going in for a massive flank. Should be able to find a couple of plays of his own. Saijin gets caught out from the back end, but he's gonna be able to TP back out and go down towards the side of A. And with HBS using the Viper's pit down from that angle, with Saijin getting another kill from the back, being able to shut down Hellranger with an immediate trade. They need to try and hold down strong for as long as they possibly can, because GE, they still have a resurrection to work with. And Rossi, with his Guardian, he's just deadly as ever.
I mean, Rossi has to move in towards the middle position and get himself the resurrection as well. And that's exactly what he's going to do. We are going to be seeing over towards the mid nest, Mr. Kappa getting resurrected, and I guess there's a lurk. This is going to come in from the side of Shub, and this lurk, there's going to mean absolutely everything. But right now, Rex is in a bit of a trouble. He does get the frag on towards Lightning Fast, and that is going to be SK Rossi to get the trade as well. Down to a 3 vs 3 situation. We're going to be seeing Global Esports, who are going to be very, very close to moving to the side. But look at the Viper's pit doing everything for the side of ORGLESS 5, and that is going to be the first round of the board for ORGLESS 5 as well. Ladies and gentlemen, ORGLESS 5 finally are about to put up their first round of the board, and I guess it was all thanks to the Viper's pit and the aggressive play being made by each and every player.
And the main reason why I really love what they did in this round in particular was not only were they able to wall off the singular sideline of mid, they were able to isolate a lot of the angles. For example, when you're pushing down from the angle of mid, what exactly happens? A person can push down from the side of the mid doors and then go in for a swing, hold down the side of B main, and also hold down the side of spawn as well. Now that they put up the Viper wall straight through the angle of mid, it completely blocks off the heaven angle and also the mid doors, allowing you to go in for an easy push down onto that singular sideline. That is why Viper is such a strong pick in this map in particular, and you have to give it to Saijin at that point though. Saijin, he played it so beautifully. He was just an absolute thorn on the sides of the defenders, and he was just running around the map rampant, and they could not just pin him down. There was not a single angle where he could have been, where the side of Saijin couldn't have come out on top in that engagement. But Kev, he missed the spray, and Kappa's gonna be the one to get the kill down instead, shutting him down, and with the heal coming on through from the side of the sky, they're gonna be able to survive. They're gonna be able to live. And Rossi, he just loves his Guardian. He just wants to tap people out of existence.
Oh, SK Rossi, the Guardian is just putting in the work, and one more? You have got to be kidding me, SK Rossi. Stop it. I mean, ORGLESS 5, they're just going to be so mad at one more. He's just rubbing salt to the injury right now.
This is where the Guardian is one of the most broken weapons when it comes to the map of Breeze, and this is why a lot of the players are picking this gun up constantly when it comes to this map. I understand why Rossi opted to go in for the Sage this time around because of the self-sustain coming down from her, and also the slowers and also the wall. You can pretty much play solo all over the map and just shut everyone down, just tapping them one by one. When you have the aim, when you have the confidence, there is nothing that can stop you. And looking at the scorecard already, 14-2 for Rossi, and he has not even picked up a single rifle in the entire game. He's just been using that Guardian over and over again, and this just showcases how good the weapon can be in the right hands and in the right circumstances. And considering how long range the map exactly is, going for those tap shots with the Vandal, yes, it's very powerful and very potent, but when you have that Guardian, that accuracy that the gun has, even at the longest of ranges, it allows for so much to happen. And Rossi, he's just having a little bit of fun. He's getting ready to resurrect skills in this scenario. A little bit of fun between friends, but at the same time, they cannot underestimate ORGLESS. If they do, it could just be downhill for them if they're not careful.
So SK Rossi for now though is once again looking out for enemies to tap away and send them straight to the ground. It's going to be Kappa to get himself a frag on towards HBS, and I guess Skills is going to help him out as well. Patrick and Rex actually are trying to, I don't know, work around with this sort of a trap I set up over towards the A-halls. And I guess SK Rossi is just going to be walking inside of that specific trap being laid out by both of these players. Alright, then it's completely fine. I mean, SK Rossi, at least, he has relayed in the information as well. So now, the entirety of Global Esports know where exactly the rest of the 2 players from the side of ORGLESS
30
5 are.
seconds left.
Lakhs is going to try and use his Prime Plus, and I guess he's going to try and heal Patrick as well. And with Patrick going down, it's going to be all down to Rex. He has taken a dink, and I guess it's going to take a bullet and go to sleep as well. It's going to be lightning fast to do that. 7th round of the board, and ORGLESS 5, well, they finally are going to have the money to go in for the buy. And despite them having 3 duelists, it's becoming quite tough for them on the attack. Not going to lie, aggressive.
This is primarily due to the fact that I would have expected them to play a little bit more based upon information and execution instead of map control. They're constantly trying to take a lot of these fights against the side of GE that they shouldn't really be taking. And when they have that Euro ultimate, try and feed as many ult points as you possibly can towards the side of the Euro so you can come out on top in your engagement. But look at Rossi, he's just having some fun. And at this point, he just pops out of the corner and gets his big kill though in that scenario. And that's gonna be a little bit of an oopsie coming on down from the side of GE. And with that, it's gonna be ORGLESS 5 being able to shut down multiple of their own. They have side control soon enough. Hellranger, he does find one. He's looking for another one as well. With the spike going on down as well from the back end. It is going to be Hellranger and Lightning Fast going in for a wraparound play down towards the side of A main. And this is just so smart because the spike is going to get picked up and it's going to get planted down towards his A side. They're not going to be the ones going for a rotation, but Sajid, he smells the flank and he is ready for it. Shuts down Hellranger with a well-placed side shot. And now it's all up to Lightning Fast. He could just make it or break it for his team by taking out this clutch. But considering Lightning Fast, we can never count this guy out. He goes in for the shots. He goes in for the tap. Spots on the head of Rex, but he's not going to be able to find the shot though because of how long range this map exactly is. It's really hard to spot out those players. But he knows exactly where he's going to be holding. The camera does go on through. He knows exactly where he is. He's going down towards the left-hand side. The ultimate has been popped. Will he be able to find the kill? It's a real question. He's going in left. He's going in right. He pulls out the class. He goes in for the right wing, but it's not going to be hitting. Lightning Fast pays the ultimate price for it with his own life. Rex is going to be the one to clutch it all out. 72 on the scorecards for the side of ORGLESS, ladies and gentlemen. They are making the comeback, but Assassin, in my eyes, on their defensive side, they're going to have a pretty rough time.
Yeah, ORGLESS 5, they definitely are going to have that problem as well. I mean, first of all, triple duelist setup, and on top of that, little to no utilities whatsoever, right? The only piece of utility at least they have would be Viper and Sky. So they have to work around that as well. Whereas on the side of Global Esports, they've got tons and tons of abilities that they can use in order to get information. Right now, Skill's going aggressive towards the A-halls kind of makes sense, but at the same time, he needs to stay alive because he has got himself a very, very important piece of ability as well. The ultimate can be used in order to gather information, I guess, with Shub getting himself the frag. We are going to be seeing him taking that TP, and the entirety of Global Esports, they also are going to be like, wait, where exactly did he TP? He's going to try and pull out some strats here. Nah, not going to happen. Hellranger, on the other hand, will be finding himself the frag on towards Shub, and the flank once again works out in the favor of Hellranger. But you know what? He's not going to further push in with the flank. He's just going to fall back to safety. He's going to try and move in from, I guess, middle position.
Very much confused on what exactly is happening at this stage. I'm trying to process the information. Shub actually opting to go in for the back end instead of trying to push it down into the side with his teammates. A little bit of a question mark, but at the same time, with Kev getting that first initial pickoff, that's going to open things up a lot down for this side, the attackers. But a beautiful smoke coming on down from the side of Kev to block off the mid doors angle with a one-way. So Kappa cannot opt it, if he could not have, opted to go in for that swing. And with the ultimate now being popped, it's going to be a first initial tag. He's actually going to be able to get a double kill. Probably if he fights this, he's not going to be able to though. At the very end, HBS is going to be able to dodge out that at the bare minimum. But still, it's a 3 versus 3 situation. What is that recon fold? Absolutely incredible, Kappa. This guy is a beast! With a shock dart as well. You cannot make this up. The Soma main is just so clean. Kappa, those were absolutely beautiful shock darts and a beautiful recon bolt as well for the back end. He's going in for that swing. He finds one on the Kim. He's looking for a couple of more. Patrick is there with the Viper Toxic Vibe to try and make that difference happen. 5 HP and a dream. He needs to try and find this one out. The shot needs to connect, but Hellranger with the whip. He misses the shot and he cannot go in for the defuse. 7-3 on the scorecards already, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't know what's happening. Both of these teams are just toying with my feelings at this point.
Yeah, I mean, not just yours. I mean, absolutely everyone. The audience, the casters, the analysts. I mean, ORGLESS 5. The way Patrick went ahead and stood tall for the team when his team needed it the most, that was something unique coming out from the side of Patrick as well. And by the way, Just to let you guys know, after the specific best of 3 matchup, I am definitely contacting Kappa to learn about all of these lineups that he has got as well for the map of Greece, because I personally would love to learn these. This guy is such a beast. The map just came out and he already has got lineups for the specific map.
It's just beautifully done. All the lineups were just so clean, but at the same time, again, a little bit of a question mark. What exactly just happened in that round in particular? Sajid just made a full set rush down for his side of mid doors and walked it down onto the A side into the waiting arms of Lightning Pass. A little bit questionable to say the very least, but at the same time, it really does not matter because now they have B side control, and with the spy going on down, it's gonna be still a 3 versus 4 situation. GE, they're on the back for the shock darts are gonna be raining on in. The lineup's not gonna be there just yet, but still, the recon bolt is gonna be true. Probably spotting out 2 members at the bare minimum. Knows exactly what the 3 members are gonna be holding out at. They're deep in the back of sight. And the real question is, will they be opting to go in for that swing, or will they be opting to go in for a save? Enough money is already saved up when it comes to the GE's bank. And with this round, it's still gonna be the last round of that half. GPS is opting to go in for that swing sub, but such a beautiful flash coming on down from the side of skills. They're gonna be able to take that multiple. Still, he needs to get the skill down onto Rex. Will he be able to find it? Yes, he does. And a comfortable defuse coming on down from the side of GE, ladies and gentlemen. They're gonna be able to shut everyone down, and the defensive retake was just so clean.
By the way, I have got no idea how the players who are from the side of Global Esports are actually making all of these phantoms work.
Great control. Let's just put it there.
Yeah, I mean, see, I'm not gonna lie. This map is so gigantic that the phantom basically doesn't exist for this map. You gotta play around with a Vandal. I'm not even lying here. And the way these guys are actually making the phantoms work, I am actually judging my own abilities right now. I was like, am I bad at the game or something like that? Because I'm not being able to connect anything with the phantom. These guys are just way too good. And look at that, Shub. Aggressive over towards the middle position with that dimensional drift. And ooh! Interesting play being made by ORGLESS 5, by the way. That coordinated push being made over towards the A side as well as the B side. Real impressive.
One wings.
Yeah.
These one ways are just absolutely so clean, and Rossi is back on that Guardian. The Guardian is just so good on this map in particular. This is the gun you should be running at the bare minimum on one of your players. This is just like a pseudo operator. If you have the aim, if you have the headshot potential, you can shut anyone down. Back end, it's gonna be Hellranger being able to get a couple of kills of his own. Rossi praying to the gods and sending his slow arms down into the ocean to get a couple of kills of his own from the sideline. Sajid, last member remaining, does get 1 kill, but runs into the toxic fight of Hellranger. Place it right in front. That ends it all off. 9-3 on the scorecards. A little bit of randomness happening on the map of Breeze, but at the same time, it is a match for the ages, that is for sure.
By the way, guys, SK Rossi's slow orb that you guys saw the previous round, it was calculated, by the way. It was not at all random, it was calculated. That was an NA, sorry, not an NA, I would say there was an EU slow orb being thrown by SK Rossi, which goes practically outside of the map and freezes the water. So, you know, that was pretty cool coming out from SK Rossi. I see you. I see what you did there, buddy. There was an NA, there was an EU. My bad. Why do I say? Damn. It's the Sentinels effect, guys. Can't help it. But anyways, it's an EU slow orb, and SK Rossi, props to you, man.
Beautifully done from their side as well. But now, as it's gonna be a round swap coming on through, already Lightning Pass gets the first initial kill down on. With Troop already being dead, they're gonna be in a pretty rough spot. He's just blinded. Patrick is facing the wall. He's trying to survive. He has nowhere to go. And Skills, he's just holding the WP. He's gonna be able to take down another. Kappa hears the footsteps of HBS, shuts them down almost immediately. The flash is just going on down every single time. And Kev, he could just get 1 kill at the bare minimum. Rex coming in from the sidelines, though. He's actually gonna be able to find out one. He's looking for another one. If he is able to get the skill down onto Kappa, this retake should just be very much possible. The bullets are gonna be raining on down in. It's just up to Skills. He needs to be the one to make that difference. But with that frenzy and that rage, he is not gonna be winning out this fight. Instead, it's gonna be ORGLESS 5 being able to take it all away down on their own Glycerin. So the starting round of the second half really does go to show that this map could just be defensive sided, but we do have to see what happens in the following firearms and of course the end.
Yeah, with that said and done, we are done with that pistol round. It was a really quick one, and I'm happy that ORGLESS 5 were able to take it away as well. Now, ORGLESS 5, I really would like to see what exactly they are going to do when the actual buy rounds do start up from both the sides, of course. The third round of this half is going to be very important for ORGLESS 5. There's going to be a bonus for them, right? And we are going to be seeing Global Esports coming out with a full buy. But hold on a second. It's actually Global Esports who forced this round aggressively. Are you seeing this?
I'm questioning what to expect coming out from both of these teams, but at the same time, hey, why the hell not? If you can opt to go in for those four fights, just go for it. But there's Rossi on your team. He just pops head with the Marshall. He pops head with the battle. He just doesn't miss whatsoever. HPS from the sideline, so he's gonna be able to pop another head with the Marshall of his own. But still, Kappa and Lightning Fast, they're gonna be the ones to shut everyone down. This Lurk playstyle is just so clean and so beautiful as well. But Patrick, you don't peek this guy. This guy's gonna be the one to shut you down instead. With that Spectre in hand, he's gonna shut down too. And with that, they're gonna be in a pretty good spot to say the very least. But at the same time, Skills, he does get a kill onto his own twin sister, shuts him down. Algon tags out another one. Shock darts are gonna be raiding on aid. Patrick, he's at 1 HP, another shock dart to the face. He has nowhere to go. Kappa, he's just playing with him at this point with his utility. Patrick, he's on the receiving end of a lot of hurt. 6 HP and a dream. He's probably gonna be good for one, but not even that. Insult to injury, a slap to the forehead with a sheriff. Takes him on out. 10 and 4 of the scorecard for the side of GE. As they take a force by round in their favor.
That's right. Well, maybe it was part of the plan as well, coming out from the side of Global Esports. Forcing was the better option, maybe, and they proved everyone that it was the correct decision to make as well. ORGLESS 5, they actually weren't ready for that sort of a buy coming out from the side of Global Esports, because you know, usually when teams are in the lead as well, right? Like for example, right here, 9-3. And they became 9-4 as ORGLESS 5 did take the pistol round, and then mostly teams would try and not risk it out. Usually, just going for a proper eco and then stabilize the economy, then going for a full buy when the correct time does come in. And ooh, SK Rossi, nice little wall, buddy. As we are going to be seeing the entirety of Global Esports moving it over towards the A side. As Kappa is coming in from the A. Halston is going to be Kappa to eat a bullet. Coming in from the Marshall. It's going to be HBS to take him down, and HBS, it's pretty interesting to see him on the Marshall being a duelist, right?
On that Reyna, it's a little bit of a question mark, but at the same time, when you have that potential in your hands, when you have that 8, nothing is bad for you whatsoever. But at the same time, I think that GE, they have other plans. They're not making any of these Marshalls work whatsoever. Lightning Fast with just a frenzy, he's gonna be able to take down another. But Kev, he's still alive and he's still kicking, but not for too long. Skill comes in from the top end, shuts him on down. 11 and 4 on the scorecard already, and it feels as though this map just started and it's already close to being over. 11 and 4, one more round for the side of GE to go take it down to match point and series point, ladies and gentlemen. And here is where the side of ORGLESS need to make their stand. Otherwise, it just could be all but over.
Kev kind of handled the Marshall really well, by the way. Gets himself a double, not a bad one. And there you go. A beautiful coast of breeze. I love this. I mean, in general, I love maps. It's like a lot of greenery and there's water associated as well. Absolutely love the shores. So, yeah. Breeze, visually, is an amazing map, but in my opinion, I still have a long way to, prepare some strats as well on this. I guess I could definitely learn a lot from Global Esports.
I'll learn those Sova lineups from Kappa lately, because those lineups were absolutely just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I see them.
Kappa's gonna get a call from me after this match for sure.
That is for sure. And this time around, it's gonna be Patrick smelling out SK Rossi, being able to shut him down already. And without that Sage, they're gonna be in a pretty tough spot to try and take any of these sides under their control. And primarily, you can ask, why is the Sage so important, especially on this map in particular? She's so important because with her you can plant a lot more safe. She is having the same piece as Icebox, where with that wall it covers a lot of these open angles and allows you to plant a lot more safer. But moving on down to this round in particular, it seems as though Kappa, they're just playing for trades. GE and ORGLESS, they're just constantly fighting for these trades. They're going in left, they're going in right. That's not a wall bangable angle. And Kappa, he's in no man's land. He can't get that kill down on Sajin. The timing wasn't as in favor. 11 and 5 on the scorecards. And I don't know, the routes are just starting at ending before I can even say anything at this stage. You take it away, Assassin. Try and break down what happened.
I mean, actually not much to break down as well. It was just Global Esports picking off all of these players from Sarah ORGLESS 5 one by one. Is that coordinated push being made by Global Esports as well, right? Apart from Lightning Fast, I guess everyone else, they just moved in together from different parts of the map, and they just found out all of these players just roaming around the map of Breeze as well from the side of ORGLESS 5. ORGLESS 5, I guess they're still trying to find their ways around Breeze, and I don't blame them.
If you don't have practice on this map, and if your team comms are not just ready just yet, playing defaults in this is very difficult because you won't really know exactly where to hold in a lot of the situations. But it feels as though GE, they know exactly what they're doing. They know which side to take, which angles to fight, and how to use a lot of their abilities. But Rossi, he tries to be a little bit too aggressive on his own accord, does pay the ultimate price for it. Skills does get one initial kill down on base BS, but they're looking for a couple of more. Shoes is gonna be the first one to take that kill down on to Kappa. But Lightning Fast is Guardian in his own hands. He wants to go in for a couple of more of his own plays. Maybe gonna be able to shut down another. The spray does not. Reign Supreme. Hellranger gets taken on out, and a little bit of a distraction coming on down from the side of Shub as well, using his ultimate to try and get the attention of Hellranger at the very least, just going in front of him and being like, hey, I'm here as well, and just walk on away, allow his teammate to get the kill. Beautifully done from the side of ORGLESS, taking us down to an 11-6. And honestly, at this point, on this 18th round, is where you would expect a little bit more versatility to come down from the side of GE, because they're going in for the same strat over and over again, don't you think?
True that. I mean, see, ORGLESS 5, they are slowly but surely getting there. They are reading our Global Esports, but at the same time, Global Esports, they come up with stuff like this. Oh. There you go. There's going to be Rex to go in for that jiggle peek and get instantly taken down. I mean, would you even believe Lightning Fast to go ahead and peek out like that? That swiftly. It's something insane, and you know, sometimes you just get caught off guard. You've got no control over it. And man, I really am scared whenever Shub goes ahead and gets that teleport in as well, right? Every single time, it sort of, you know, pumps up my heart so freaking fast. I'm like, hold on a second, is he just gonna walk into some crosshairs? No,
my
Skills.
God, Skills.
Oh, Skills. Talking about walking into the crosshairs is gonna be Patrick, actually. To be found out by Skills and Hellranger to take down Shub.
I know exactly.
Wait. I just want to ask something. Where did Skills even come from?
He actually came in from the middle position, from the double doors.
What? He just walked in from double doors, immediately down into the back of side, and it's just walking around. Patrick.
Yeah, I've got no idea what Patrick was doing. It was very confusing, to be honest. I mean, no one was watching the mid doors as far as I know.
And SK Rossi was just sitting on top of his wall, and he just got a kill down onto HBS. I'm pretty sure anything is possible on this map in particular. Both of these, like, I do understand that GE have this map figured out and they know exactly how to hold this map, but when it comes down to the side of ORGLESS, they just feel very disconnected. All their members are holding down different sidelines. They're not holding the important chokeholds that you would expect to hold on the map of Breeze. So it's a little bit of a question mark in my eyes to understand what they're trying to pull off with this Triple Dealers composition, because it feels as though on their defensive side, as I just stated, they're gonna have a pretty rough time unless they can try and coordinate something, maybe push together as a team, but that's just not happening. Skills gets another kill down from the back end, with Rossi getting this first initial entry frag down of his own. He's looking for another one, odds to go in for that swing. He's not gonna be able to find out more than that. Rex gets taken on down by the side of Kappa. The plant is gonna be going on through. Shawgrass are gonna be raining in Supreme, but the knives are just way better. Take out another, and with this, it's just gonna be all but over for the side of ORGLESS.
That's right, I guess it's pretty much, you know, the end for ORGLESS 5 as well, and their journey, Global Esports. For now, they are going to be considered your champions of this specific match. Unless and until Patrick goes ahead and pulls off an insane 1 versus 2, which is going to be quite an impossible task, or maybe too tall a task to ask for it. As Patrick does find out Skills, but it's going to be Skills to put a bullet to his face instead. Put up the 13th round of the board and take away this best of 3 matchup against ORGLESS 5. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Global Esports, as they're going to be your winners of this best of 3 matchup against ORGLESS 5. And at the map of Breeze, it definitely was a delight to watch, Aggressive.
Was a little bit questionable, to say the very least. First of all, the random walk downs into the side of mid and into the side of side. I honestly thought that initially Rex was the person running around down onto that A side, and I was like, wait, why is Rex looking at a teammate? And then I look at the nameplate and I was like, oh wait, is that Skills getting a kill down onto Patrick? A lot of awkward things did happen in this match, but it's kind of expected. This is a new map, so you can expect this to happen on this map in particular. But as this set has ended, let's just try and break things down, not for this map, but also this entire set, as we go into the match highlights to try and get a bird's eye view of what exactly happened here and what we can say as parting words towards the side of ORGLESS 5 so that they can come back even stronger and take down the juggernauts that are the side of global esports. Now, when coming back to my point, I'm going to talk a little bit more about ORGLESS 5 because we know exactly what GE were doing. They were playing the textbook Valorant and they were playing the GE style, very controlled, very aggressive, and of course getting into your opponent's head. But going on down towards the side of ORGLESS 5, I am amazed at their mechanical prowess. Every single one of these players were just cracked out of their minds. The shots that they were hitting, the firing that they were doing, they were just so clean. But when it came down to the trades and when it came down to the team play, it was just not there. That's not what you would have expected coming out from them. When you have such good mechanical skill, if you're able to put that to good use with your team, you can easily counteract almost any other team. Because I'm just consider this situation every single time whenever going in down for a mid push or maybe going on down from the back end of something, if you have that other player with you and if they swing together, you should be the ones getting the trade advantage nonetheless every single time. And on the map of Breeze in particular, that would have been very prominent for you at the very least, because you can just constantly go on down together with your teammate. And even if you don't know the map, even if you don't know where exactly you want to play on the defensive side or the attacking side, if you play it with the buddy system, you can constantly be sure that you're going to be able to get traded out at the very least, even if you don't have a strategy. And this little bit of a disconnect when it came down to team play really did hurt ORGLESS in the long run, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, ORGLESS 5, see, as far as their aim is considered and their team game is concerned, I guess everyone kind of did their job properly. But yeah, ORGLESS 5, they definitely lack in terms of experience, and it is something that is going to come over the course of time as well. Once they play a lot of other tournaments, and once they play a lot of matches, once they play against the top tier teams in the country again and again and again, they're going to eventually learn and improve. And yeah, see, global esports, man, they have been playing from a very, very long time, and ORGLESS 5, it definitely is going to take some time as well to go ahead and showcase their max potential as well. I'm pretty sure that as far as the aim prowess is concerned, all of these young bloods are definitely some of the best out there in the country as well. I mean, I personally know HVS as well. HVS, he's one of the really good aimers out there in the country, and he just needs to have a little bit more support from the team, and that synergy, that coordination, once it kicks in and the strat book is well executed, then most probably ORGLESS 5, they are going to be able to go ahead and give a tough fight to a team like Global Esports as well. So I wish them all the very best for that, and can't wait to see them in qualifiers number 2 next month.
Now, the real question in my eyes, will ORGLESS be able to do what they do? Because, as you just stated, they just need a little bit more work, a little bit more experience, and a little bit more team play. Sometime in the scrimmages against other teams really will help them. But at the same time, congratulations to Global Esports. You deserve this win. And he also showcased to us what you can do on the map of Breeze without a single duelist. Now, this is going to be one for the books and something to keep your eye on, because I'm very sure that now that Global has pulled out this map, this is going to be one of their crutch picks once again, because every single time there was a tournament and every single time a new map came out, it was GE bringing it down to the table, mastering it before anyone else, so that they can use it as that secret weapon against every single team down in this tournament. So make sure to keep your eyes on GE on the following matches. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we have for you today. That was an amazing 2 sets of games coming down, one in the morning, one right now, and we are finally done for today. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, before we do head out, make sure to check the links down in the description below to check a lot of the discounts that we have set up for you down from our partners to see what suits your fancy for your next big upgrade. But for now, we're going to be signing on off, and we're going to be back with it tomorrow with the Esports Club Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen. We'll catch you real soon. Bye-bye.
free, let's go.